Good morning, family. This is Mo with Moya Body Care and Colon Hydrotherapy, and I am a colon hydrotherapist that practices the art of internal detoxification through the use of colon hydrotherapy, herbs, and natural living. And today's video is about, I don't even know what to title the video. I guess I'll just go into explaining some situations that have happened with, I think, about three of my clients between last week and this week. So every blue moon, I will get a client that will call me in severe emergency because they have not had a bowel movement in, let's say, 5 days, 5 weeks. I've had somebody actually call me and not have a bowel movement in 5 months. Like, literally, it is insane how people will allow their bodies to get so out of hand, and then all of a sudden it's an emergency. I got to get it done right away, right away, right away. So a couple of things happen when they call me. Beautifully and thankfully, I don't have same day appointments. I don't offer walk-ins because my schedule is booked solid, sometimes almost 4 weeks in advance during a weekday, and then Saturdays normally a month out I'm booked solid. So when we start talking about emergencies, there is no reason to call me as a colon therapist if you have an emergency. Your lack of, no, let me take that back. Let me retract that. That's not what I want to say. So anywho, um so a couple of clients or new clients were a little upset that they couldn't get in. But here's the thing, I do have emergency appointments after hours where that cost jumps up to 150 because now you have me after hours after I've worked from 9 to 6. And because you have an emergency, um, you're going to have to pay me for that, right? And so I offer that as well. Well, I do have emergency sessions which take place after 6 p.m. The dollar cost bumps up to 150, and you will probably be on the table for about an hour and a half if you say it is the way that it is. Most of the time they never book. Well, I can just wait. So it must not be an emergency, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, once we do get them on the schedule and have them come in for a session, and I take my time and I go over everything that needs to be done within reason. So it's not, I'm telling you, you have to go buy $500 worth of product. You have to do like 20 colonic sessions with me starting tomorrow. It's nowhere near that. It's just simply follow a liquid diet for the next 7 days. Make sure that you walk out with this particular herbal laxative, and you have to follow the instructions if you want your body to open up and release and have some relief for yourself that you can sleep. You do need to come to see me within the next 4 days. So look at your schedule and see if you can come back in, because once those herbs kick in, you want to have the water and the filtration from the colonic to help move things out, right? I cannot tell you, how often a client will call me after they have came in to see me and we went through all that process, right, of sitting down and understanding how they got to this point. Now, mind you, doctors don't do that. Doctors don't sit down and ask you questions about anything that's going on in your life. They can care less. They get you in, they get you out in 5 minutes. And then you pay handsomely to see that doctor, right? I'm not hating on the doctors, I'm hating on the mindset. So they come in and they work with me, they sit down with me, then we get them on the table, the bodies open up, everything's moving. When they get to the front desk, they do not buy the herbs. They completely dismiss the diet, and then they go back to what they were doing that got them to this point, which is fine. It's your body. I'm well. I'm good. My system is open. Your system is not. I cannot tell you how many times they will call me like 3 or 4 days later. Oh my God, something is wrong. I went back to the doctor and they gave me all this medication and something is wrong. Okay, so call your doctor. Why are you calling me? I don't know what your doctor gave you. Most of the time, it's a prescription drug that's acid-based, which is not going to work in your body because you're dehydrated. I told you that before you left my office. So I don't understand why you're calling me back. I don't know what your doctor did. I'm not a doctor. So whatever happened after you left my office and you went back to that other individual on the Western medical side, you need to go back to them and follow up with them, not follow up with me. I cannot tell you how I get text message after text message after text message about, well, help me, help me, help me. No, 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 no. Hold on a second, player. Hold on, hold on, hold on. You cannot go to the Western medical side and text your doctor for free and get information for free. You can't do that with them. So you cannot do that with me. This is a paid service. And mind you, I don't mind giving advice. If you're following it, we wouldn't even be here in this situation if you would have followed the advice that I gave you. I do this every day for the last 13 years. Trust me when I tell you, I understand what's going on, but it's up to you to follow it. So after going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with a couple of individuals, they were like, okay, well, I'm just going to go back to my doctor. They go back to the doctor gives them the same medication, and they're right back in the same place that they were. Now it's an emergency all over again to come back to me. So what I have started doing is this. Actually, not even that. I'm not even going to say that. What am I trying to say? I am trying to say that health is more than just what you put on your plate. Health is a mindset. It really, really is a mindset. So my goal from this point moving forward is to do a little bit more education about anatomy, body chemistry, so that you can understand why the body is locking down, why the body is not moving forward and opening up the way that it should be. There's a reason why your body is locking down. It's a direct result from what you've been putting in your mouth, what you've been smelling, what you've been hearing, what you've been seeing, what you've been doing. It's a direct result. You can't get around that. And sometimes I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but it is what it is. What you've been doing up until this point is the total sum of your health and wellness right now. So in order for you to change your health around, you have to change your habits. You have to change your decisions. You have to change your thought process. You have to change why you're doing what you're doing. I can't do that for you, and a pill is not going to do that for you. It may open up some things so that you can think clearly, but it's not the end all be all. And one of the main questions that all of them ask me, well, just give me something. It doesn't work like that, love. If it worked like that, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I would be in the beaches of Brazil, half naked, drinking a martini. If I could do that. It doesn't work that way. You have to put in effort. The same effort that you put into not being well and not giving two ticks about what you're eating and how you're eliminating takes the exact same amount of energy to do the opposite. It is a choice. You have to work it. No pill on the planet is going to change you around like that. It don't work that way. So now we're talking about habits. Now we're talking about self-care. Now we're talking about truth. It's bigger than what's on your plate, love. It's so much bigger than what's on your plate. My job is to help you with that and to show you that this is a choice. It's a choice to be sick. It is a straight up choice to be sick. My father passed away of skin cancer when I was in the 12th grade. He was exposed to Agent Orange. So when I was born, the exposure was already in my father's system, meaning that whatever was in his system is now in my system. I do my due diligence to take care of my skin because I know that there is a high probability that I might get skin cancer. And yes, Black people do get skin cancer. So you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's so much more than just a colonic. So I feel myself like getting riled up and like, I'm going to go ahead and get off. Thank you for listening to my soapbox. I appreciate you guys greatly. I'm going to go ahead and give me some tea and calm down. Mwah. Have a good one.